JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, man shot dead on Rum Lane in Kingston. A man was fatally shot on Sunday during an attack along Rum Lane in Kingston. Shortly before noon, 28-year-old Trayvon Wilson was standing at his gate with friends when armed men walked up. They shot Wilson several times. He was pronounced dead at hospital. Man dies in motor vehicle crash in St. Elizabeth. A man died on Sunday when his vehicle crashed on Main Street in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. He has been identified as 56-year-old Gerald Dixon of Carisbrook in St. Elizabeth. It was reported that about 7:30 p.m., Dixon lost control of the vehicle, which crashed into a ditch. Dixon was seriously injured when he fell from the vehicle. He died at hospital. His son was not injured. Multiple charges for a teen in 2 reported gun attacks. A Kingston teen was charged with shooting with intent, assault at common law, and 2 counts of illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. According to the police, the 17-year-old boy, who is from Charles Street, Kingston 14, was charged following an investigation into 2 separate incidents that occurred in his community. The police said the first incident happened on Thursday, April 16, about 7:50 p.m. on Pink Lane, Kingston, CSO. It is alleged that the teen, who was armed with a gun, approached the complainant and opened gunfire at him. The complainant managed to escape unharmed. In the second incident, about 11 p.m. on Friday, October 30, on Bond Street in the parish, the teen reportedly pounced upon a female and hit her in the head before threatening to shoot her. A report was made and an investigation launched, and the teen later arrested. Realtor under new fraud investigations. A realtor accused of collecting a $13 million down payment for an Upper St. Andrew property she was not authorized to sell will have to remain in custody while detectives probe other complaints against her. Selena Walker, 50, was arrested at her gated New Kingston home on October 20 by fraud squad detectives and charged with obtaining money by false pretense. The charge followed a complainant by one alleged victim. Walker is expected to face additional charges as fraud squad detectives probe at least 5 other complaints involving millions of dollars. Investigators had been searching for Walker since 2017, a senior law enforcement source revealed. On October 27, when she appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court, she was ordered remanded. Walker is scheduled to return to court on November 9. It's alleged that between May and September 2017, she collected $13 million from the complainant on the premise that she was authorized to sell a government property in Upper St. Andrew. The complainant went to the police and filed a report after discovering that Walker was not authorized to sell the property. Police seek public's help in identifying man's body found in Gordon Town. Detectives assigned to the St. Andrew North Police Criminal Investigations Branch are seeking the public's assistance in identifying the body of a man that was found in Grove District, Gordon Town, St. Andrew on September 22. Reports from the Kingston Spring Police are that about 1:45 p.m., residents stumbled upon the body in bushes and called the police. On their arrival, the decomposing body was seen clad in a grey shirt, blue jeans shorts, and a pair of blue slippers. The scene was processed, and the body was removed to the morgue pending post-mortem. Anyone with information that can assist the police with their investigations is being asked to contact the Kingston Spring CIB at 876-924-1421, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Ladden remanded in police custody. Entertainer Ladden will remain in police custody, his attorney Charles A. Bembo said earlier today. The DJ, who has been in police lockup since his arrest last Wednesday, did not appear in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court this morning. He is facing charges of illegal possession of firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act and failing to stop on the request of the police. The other two co-accused, 21-year-old Siani Banks and his 16-year-old brother, were granted bail in the sum of $500,000. According to police reports, lawmen were in Cheapside District in St. Elizabeth about 10:40 p.m. last Wednesday when they signaled the driver of a black Mercedes-Benz motor car to stop. The driver initially complied but sped off when the police approached. The police said a chase ensued, and during the chase, an object was seen being thrown from the sunroof of the car. The vehicle was subsequently intercepted and the occupants searched. The police reportedly went back to the area where the object was thrown and retrieved a high-point 9mm pistol with a magazine containing one 9mm round of ammunition. Police appealed for info on Westmoreland shooting. The Westmoreland police are appealing for information from individuals who may have witnessed the gun attack at a bar in Gordon District, White House in the parish on Sunday. We have a few theories, but the investigation is ongoing, head of the Westmoreland Police Division, Superintendent Robert Gordon said. We need the support of witnesses or anyone who saw anything. Just communicate with the police so that we can bring in those who are responsible. Sunday evening ended on a deadly note when two residents lost their lives in the shooting incident. Police reports are that the attack occurred about 8 p.m. when unknown assailants opened fire at patrons at a bar. When the smoke cleared, 13 people were injured. 12 were gunshot victims and the other received injuries from broken glass. 3 of the victims were rushed to the Savlamar Public General Hospital, and the other 10 victims were brought to the Black River Hospital. One of the victims died on the spot, and the other succumbed to injuries at the hospital. The deceased have been identified as 31-year-old Mark Morgan and a 30-year-old Keishon Blair, both of Petersville in White House. The police said the injuries received by the surviving victims are not life-threatening. Jamaica records 39 new COVID cases, 4 deaths. Jamaica has recorded 39 new cases of the novel coronavirus and confirmed 4 more deaths as a result of the virus in the last 24 hours. The Ministry of Health and Wellness said the new cases consist of 19 males and 19 females, with ages ranging from 8 years to 92 years. The sex of one of the new cases was reported as under investigation. The country's total confirmed COVID-19 cases now stand at 9,296, of which 4,297 are active. Of the new cases, 12 are from St. James, 11 are from Kingston and St. Andrew, 5 each are from Trelawney and Westmoreland, 2 each are from Hanover and St. Anne, and 1 each are from Manchester and St. Catherine. The ministry said all of the new cases are under investigation. Meanwhile, the ministry said the latest deaths are an 87-year-old female from Westmoreland and the 3 other females from Trelawney, one of them aged 73 years, the other aged 71 years, and the third aged 84 years. 2 of the deaths were previously under investigation, the ministry said. The country's total deaths since the outbreak now stands at 214. In addition, the ministry reported that 29 more patients have recovered from the virus. This brings the country's total recoveries to 4,666. Mandeville Regional Hospital gets $2 million worth of equipment. The Mandeville Regional Hospital, MRH, will now be able to strengthen their service offering and particularly their fight against COVID-19, following a donation of over $2 million in equipment from the Central Jamaica Conference, CJC, of Seventh-day Adventist Church and international philanthropist Dr. Pete Williams, in partnership with the GSI Foundation of Jamaica. Vital signs monitors, Invacare oxygen concentrator, bassinets, humidifiers, and temperature monitors were some of the items donated and described as a timely blessing by hospital staff. Chief Executive Officer at MRH, Alwyn Miller, said the equipment will not only serve the wider hospital community, but also COVID patients. He said that there are now only 4 COVID patients on the isolation ward, with very few admitted persons requiring ventilation. Most times we would have at least 1 or 2 persons needing ventilation. Thankfully, not the majority. We have seen a decline in the numbers presenting with the virus, which we're happy for, but I want to encourage the public not to be complacent, as COVID-19 is easily spread and would prefer to have no individual suspected or confirmed with COVID. Health Ministry's Director at CJC, Dion Henry, said the donation would not have been possible without Dr. Pete Williams, Chief of Medicine at the Northeast Georgia Medical Center in the United States, who purchased the equipment, and the GSI Foundation that facilitated the equipment shipping from the U.S. to Jamaica. Dr. Williams was represented by a professor at the Northern Caribbean University NCU, Dr. Daniel Fidder, who stated that this was the first of 3 donations being made in the island courtesy of Williams's Medical Center. I am also pleased to announce that discussions have begun with Dr. Williams and the hospital to forge a partnership with NCU in the exchange of nursing students, healthcare professionals, and the staff physicians who can share their expertise while benefiting from the course richness that exists in House 2 facilities post-COVID, said Fidder. Senior Medical Officer at MRH, Dr. Everton McIntosh, said the value of the equipment supersedes the cost and will greatly benefit the high dependency unit, which has a great need. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.